Hey, so this is Dave Beamer here. It's about 3:30 on a Friday night, Saturday morning. You ever have those nights where something just keeps you up, you can't sleep? Well, tonight's one of those nights for me. Um, just in honesty, probably have those nights quite a bit. And tonight, instead of laying there tossing and turning, I decided to get up and just try to talk through some things. So today, a group of guys that I meet with, a question came up. What is it like, or what does it mean to try to be like somebody else, right? This whole mindset of looking to people to try to be like or try to become one day. And the truth of the matter is, we've all heard this, right? Is that what we see are certain things that we believe to be gaps in ourselves. And so there's things that we see in other men or in other people, even other women. I can think of people that I follow here on YouTube, that I see qualities in them that I hope to exhibit one day, right? And things that I want to be like, whether it be speaking more clearly or whether it be presenting better or whether it be, being more, I guess, transparent, or whether it's, I know I'm never going to be a Michael Jordan for those of you that are my age and ran in that day and time. He was one of the arguably one of the greatest basketball players ever, right? The things that I see in him that I'm attracted to are not necessarily basketball, because that's out of the reality for me, right? I know, I'm a 6 foot white boy. I'm not going to be a professional NBA player one day, right? But what I see in Michael Jordan that I always appreciated was his humility when he showed up on camera, right? And the way that he served in his communities, the money that he gave back. And so there's these qualities that these other people possess that we see that we like, in them, or that we want to try to be more like, or to try to imitate, or to mirror. Well, here's the problem with that, is when you begin imitating, right? And you start thinking to yourself, or you start trying to be something that you're truly not, then you're really in the gap. See, at that point in time, not only are you not the other person, but you're not truly who you're meant to be either, right? And so this, the adage of kind of fake it till you make it, I wrestled with that idea a whole lot as well, because there's a lot of qualities in myself that I want to improve. And like many folks out there, a hard driver, want to be the very best version of myself every day. Whether it's truly for me, or whether my drive and motivation behind that is to be a better father or to be a better husband, right? So the motivation definitely is a huge part of that. But what I've come to realize, I think, through the question today of, who do you want to be more like? And really, I wrestle with that quite a bit. Obviously, it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm standing here on my deck in the dark and the cold. And, the answer to that is, I want to be more like me. I want to be a better version of me, but I don't want to be anybody else. There's nobody else that can show up for my wife the way that I can. There's nobody else that can show up for my kids the way that they need me to. And so really, the reality of trying to be like anybody else, or try to live and show up and have those qualities like anybody else, you're robbing yourself of the opportunity to truly be who you are. So how can you be the very best version of you, right? And grow in the qualities and things that you want to grow in for what's needed in your life. There's nobody that's going to be a better you than you. And that's okay. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. There's this huge gap when you try to become like someone else. So don't try to become like someone else. Be the things that you see in them right now. Right? So if you're in the mindset of, if I want to be a better speaker, then today I have to show up doing things that better speakers do, right? Which is practice and hard work. It's not this dreamland or this fantasy land of man, if I wish I could, or I hope that I can one day, or today's that day. Just show up and be you, as if you were doing the things that those people do to be successful, right? So if that's becoming a better swimmer, if it's I've got I'm shooting to do my first half Ironman in July, right? And so if I was a triathlon athlete, then what I eat today would be different than what I would eat if I wasn't trying to become an athlete, right? If I was a triathlete, then how I treat my body and how frequently I exercise and what I put in my mind would be as if I was a triathlete, right? Not sitting on the couch trying to be a triathlete. No, I just show up today and I do the things a triathlete would do, right? But that's being a better version of me, not wishing to be someone else. So if you stay in that gap and you stay in that space, the truth is you're never going to be that person. If you're always hoping and trying, you're always going to be in the gap. Like you will never close that gap in the mindset of trying and hoping. You're only going to close that gap in the mindset of just being. If you want to be a better leader, then show up and be a better leader. Look inside of you and here in your heart and get out of your head and understand what your people need. The chances are, in my experience anyway, is that you're so close to the problems and you're so close to the team that you can't truly see what's going on. It's the same thing in your family. You're trying to be all these other people, see? And really what you need to do is just show up and be fully you. Be fully present where you are. Be aware of the fact that your busyness at home is causing disconnection with your kids. It's causing you not to be fully present with your daughter or your son. And to see what they need from you in that moment. Not some person you idolize, right? You. They need you. The people in your life need you to show up. Nobody else. Just the best version of you today, right now. Right now. Appreciate you watching, and hope you got something from it. If you have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.